Hey guitar friend, wouldn't you like to play this freely? Today I'm going to break down some of these licks so you can understand them and use them in any song. Yep, I'll help you clearly identify some approachable ways us mere mortals can use thirds, some sixths, and we'll tackle one holy cow lick that'll expand your vocabulary big time. So grab your guitar, really, and let's get started on this fretboard unlocking foray of greatness. Okay, so first we're going to look at how Guthrie is using major thirds, and they fly by really fast at 100% speed. I'll show you what I mean. Did you catch it just in that first opening lick there? I'll slow it down now to 70% speed right off the top. There. Ooh, my guitar is showing through the boots. Okay, so just that little piece of it now, I'm going to put on my backing track, and we're going to look at these in a way that you can follow along. Those dyads are built into the scale of G major, and you might recognize some of these shapes, right? We've got this, and I've lit up the root notes, the G in circled in white there, right? And so just using those shapes, there's either a pink shape there, or there's the blue shape, right? Just for the spacing, right? So we listen to that same opening lick now at 70% speed. It happens real quick, but you'll hear it in the second bar. Listen again. So right in there, all he's doing is adding these sort of like country style hammer-ons here. And he goes up here, which is just that, but an octave higher. So he goes, right? So taking these just sort of simple thirds, and if you mess around with them and add some embellishments, for starters, you can do that kind of stuff where you just try hammer-ons. If we just mess around, like, right? So that's the idea. You just take something that at first sounds like kind of unapproachable. You grab one little morsel of it, and then when you practice with your jam tracks, you have a real specific thing that you're going to take this, idea that might be a little bit boring on its own, like just the major thirds that we always hear about, and you're going to put some sauce to it, right? Give it a shot. Okay, part two, let's talk about these sixths. The same idea. These are double stops that are built into the G major scale. You might know them on their own. Suddenly they're flying by. Let's listen to Guthrie at full speed. Just right there. That sequence is so cool, and it's going by real quick. Let's slow it down. And as I do that, again, I'm going to put up on the board just a sequence of the G major scale as major and minor sixths, right? And you just start to learn these shapes, where to do the one that's a diagonal, that pink one, and where to do the one where they're on the same fret. It's okay to kind of learn by shape as you get your ear more adjusted to where the dots should go within any major scale. So at 70%, this is what he sounds like. We could just take these shapes right here. And here's, again, that's that root. So G. And then just play with patterns of moving between these shapes and try to resolve with the chord change, just using your ear. And then you get more kind of like, experimental with trying to go chromatic. That's the idea, just little shapes at a slower speed. Suddenly you might be able to hear more of what someone like Guthrie is doing at full speed as it flies by in a little snippet. Okay, third, lastly, but not leastly, this is quite beastly. It's a holy cow lick, meaning at full speed, you'll see what I mean. I love this. This has a lot going on in it, but I swear, we can break it down into pieces and try to learn it. There it is. Just coming up. That's beautiful. Get ready, here it is. Okay, so that descending thing with these open strings is very country Nashville, like the. Okay, so nice and slow. Let's listen to it again at 70% speed. Okay, so this is the setup. There's G. It's going to go to this D7. Get ready. Okay, so there's this combination of a few things going on there. In the first part, there's just this really cool country style. You know, I've got this tabbed out. You can check that out after watching this video, but it's this that on its own might sound a little bit just kind of like random or out of tune almost, but it creates this really cool chiming sound where I'm just doing open strings after each fretted note. And then when I slide down into this pattern here, it's actually kind of a familiar friend. It is based around this D chord because we're going to a D7 there. So we get to the end of that, and now we've got this. That's just like almost like a Hendrix fill sped up. But we've got to continue on. So that's sort of that diagonal major pentatonic, right? Ba boo boo ba boo. But instead of just continuing on up a scale, we go straight into. Recognize those. That's just a pair of 6. It actually comes straight from the earlier thing that we were doing. So it's a very like smooth, seamless transition between these 3 ideas. That's the first idea. Then the second idea is the diagonal pentatonic, built off of that D major shape. Right? There's that lick. And then it just finishes off with this really cool, which sounds great over the D7. I would give you permission if you want to just let the backing track go along and just slowly play little pieces of it. Even though it sounds like it's out of tune, you just want to try to lock into the sound of the track with this lick. Right? Just take a little piece of it. And then when you're ready, kind of catch the next wave, right? Here comes that G, and now I'm waiting for the D to be. Here we go. Little by little, you got this. So I know you must hear it all the time, but it's true. Take it nice and slow. And just learn one small section at a time. It is way better to learn one juicy morsel really well than to be scattered, missing licks here and there because you're trying to play it all at full speed. Remember, with the Magic Tab Viewer, you can slow things way down until you got it mastered. So use the power of these amazing modern tools we have at our fingertips in this glorious futuristic age of shred-lightenment. Go snag that tab. My name's Tim Fagan. I'm a hit songwriter based in Nashville, and I love teaching tasty riffs. I run a really fun guitar community for grown-up guitarists with busy lives. Here's one of my members, Dave, and here's what he has to say about it. Thanks, Dave. As always, drop me a comment below. Tell me what you want me to teach next. And now watch this video if you want to live caged-free. Yes, there may be a better system than Caged. I said it. I know. And you may want to know about it.